Hi guys, Tasha here, doing a pregnancy update. I am 13 and a half weeks, will be 14 weeks on Monday, and finally second trimester, yay! Symptoms are improving, definitely. It's not morning sickness anymore, it's evening sickness. It's not really nausea though, I'm gaggy more than anything, which is still very unpleasant and makes it so I don't want to eat. I'm okay to eat during the day if I can find something that sounds good, but nighttime, there's been the last couple nights I pretty much just haven't eaten dinner, which is not good. But I'm hoping that kind of the further I get into the second trimester, the more the hormones will chill out and I will kind of go back to normal. Still feeling tired, not as bad, thankfully. I work a retail job and they have actually been really gracious in dealing with me, and I was able to get a lighter schedule. So kind of sucks for the paycheck, but is great for not coming home and crashing at like 6:30, which I was doing when we first found out I was pregnant. That was definitely not fun. And so that's pretty much it for the negative symptoms. There was actually some really cool stuff that's starting to happen. I'm starting to be able to feel baby move a little bit, which is really exciting. That was my absolute favorite part when I was pregnant with Levi. And I was really, really sad to not have that feeling anymore once he was born, even though, I finally had my baby in my arms. I still really missed that feeling. So that's been very, very cool to have again. And I'm starting to have a little bit of a bump. I'm not sure how much is baby and how much is just me, but at the very least, I don't feel like sucking in anymore because I haven't felt good. So it looks like a bump regardless of what's actually causing it. So as far as how it's kind of working out with doctors and all that right now, it's been frustrating. We really got spoiled in Phoenix with the birth center that we found. They were amazing. They had a couple midwives and an OB that we just rotated through. They took care of the blood work. The only thing they didn't do was like the major ultrasounds, and they had a place that they were used to working with. It was really seamless, really amazing. As soon as we found out we were pregnant, started going every month up until the very end, getting ready for labor. It has not been so much the case here. There used to be a birth center, and there is no longer one. Very sad about that. So we are currently planning to do a home birth, provided nothing funky comes up that would make me high risk. And my goal is really to have a water birth. I labored a lot in the water with Levi, but I had been in it too long to have a water birth. I was starting to stall. So I still would really like to have that experience. So we're aiming for a home water birth. And we have met with a midwife that we've chosen once, kind of a meet and greet thing. And she told us to go to this certain OB that works with my insurance, who can get the blood work and do the ultrasounds, and then they kind of handle the more medical side of things. And they are more home birth friendly, so I'm not going to get, a lot of flack for that. And the whole process has not worked out very well. Tried to call her clinic and had to do some prenatal consult with another nurse midwife who didn't really answer the questions that I had very well. It was very vague and not super helpful. I don't really know when I'm supposed to see anybody. In a couple weeks we are scheduled to see the midwife again, so that'll be cool. However, in the meantime, I don't know when we need to schedule the next ultrasound or the baby's fetal echocardiogram. So my husband has a heart defect that could be genetic. So Levi got checked, and it's actually pretty cool how they do it. It's like an ultrasound, but they look really, really closely at the heart. And thankfully he had no issues, and we're not expecting this baby to have any either, but it's kind of one of those things where if there is a thing, you want to know about it, especially with a home birth. So we need to figure out when to go see the OB they didn't even do all the blood work that I was expecting them to do. I guess they did all of the standard ones, but not like the nutritional panel that talks about my iron or magnesium or hormones or my blood sugar or anything, which seemed very strange to me because the birth center did all of that and it made perfect sense. I don't know why it's not a standard. Apparently, they told me it's not normally included. So we have to get that figured out, figure out when we're scheduling the ultrasound. We're really hoping for a girl. Obviously, we're going to be thrilled to death with the baby, regardless of if it's a boy or a girl. But there is so many adorable girl things that me and my mom and my sister cannot wait to buy. So we're pretty excited. Costco Christmas dresses. I think we're going to own one of every single kind every year between me and my mom. So we'll see, obviously. That should be coming up in a couple weeks. I believe Levi's was around 16 weeks that we did his ultrasound. Hopefully this baby cooperates and we can see the gender. As far as tracking this pregnancy goes, with Levi I did one of those really labor-intensive pregnancy journals. It asked so many questions and had pictures everywhere, and my husband was supposed to write stuff in it, and it got kind of crazy. I finally finished it a little bit after he was born. And so I wanted something to kind of journal my pregnancy with this child, but I didn't want something that was going to be super complicated, especially working full-time and having a toddler running around. So what I found was this one. It is From Pea to Pumpkin, and it is actually really adorable. So it just has a couple questions that it asks you, and it's each week. So that really helps me because I just know once a week I just sit down, I answer the questions. It takes like 10 minutes. Some of them are a little thought-provoking, but then some of them are just like, how do you feel? What are you eating? Well, for an example, this is actually what we're going to be doing next week. This is week 14, so it does show you about how big baby is and your food comparison, which is very popular. Not like I don't already have 2 apps on my phone telling me that anyway, but you know. Then you just have some questions. Nothing too complicated. It's cute. It does have a couple spots to put in ultrasound pictures. It has a spot at the end of the trimester to kind of record any big moments or whatever you want in there. And it's not too labor intensive. Probably not going to do a first year book for this child. However, I don't know that I've finished Levi's and he's 17 months old. So I think we're just going to scrap that one and do one of those like Shutterfly picture books, because Lord knows there's enough pictures taken. There's just not enough time for the writing. Alright guys, so that's the pregnancy update. It's all we have going on right now. We will definitely keep you in the loop. We might do a gender reveal video. That would be so much fun. We have done a couple tests and we might... I like the idea of showing the test along with like the actual what it is according to the ultrasound, so you know if it was right or not. I don't know what the point is of just showing the test. Like, who knows? Who cares? Anyway, so subscribe, click the bell down at the bottom to get notifications. We've got a couple other videos coming up very soon here, and the boys have their Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament this weekend, so we're gonna have a lot of footage from that. Hopefully I can get some footage of them actually, you know, doing their thing, but you know, it's gonna depend on, well, the baby, because I'm taking care of him while they're off doing all this other stuff, so we'll see. But anyway, all the links are down below, Instagram, Facebook, all that fun stuff, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye!